Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
TheBoxingVoice.com. You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and blah, blah, blah. Like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like, I'm not cool to lose.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer. So I got to beat it out of him.
Shakur, of course he's the truth. TFemo not messing with him. I don't think Tate messing with him. Eric Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me, would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day? I'm going to say yes. And truthfully, really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we sport? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to. Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
TheBoxingVoice.com. You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and blah, blah, blah. Like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like, I'm not cool to lose.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer. So I got to beat it out of him.
Shakur, of course he's the truth. TFemo not messing with him. I don't think Tate messing with him. Eric Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me, would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day? I'm going to say yes. And truthfully, really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we sport? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to. Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
TheBoxingVoice.com. You walk away with a
What
silver
up, what
medal.
up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. It is our second episode of the day. We got a couple of interviews lined up. We're going to have Mariciela Cornejo on the show, as well as Lorenzo Medina on the show as well. Lorenzo Medina, a young, exciting heavyweight that I'm very, very excited about, and I want to introduce him to you guys. We've interviewed him once here already. We want to continue to get him on. MVP and DAZN just had him on their show, and he put on a show, so we want to have him come do his victory lap here on TBV. Don't forget the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241 is the number to call. That is our show line if you want to call in and voice your opinion. Remember, you can follow along with the discussion here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Make us your choice. Head on over to Twitter. You could join us on Twitter. You can definitely join the conversation and partake. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to discuss, obviously, the rumor report that is Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin. this is a fight that's picked up some steam and one that people here in Vegas believe is happening. There's heavy rumors that Frank Martin has already received a contract to face Shakur Stevenson. Now that Devin is moving up, those belts will be getting dispersed once he vacates officially. So people are positioning themselves in order to be available for vacant title opportunities. That being said, looks like Shakur and Martin can find themselves in a vacant title opportunity. So we're asking you guys here, do you believe this fight is happening? It is across the street. It is two different rival promoters having to come together, but there is a title on the line. Will we see it actually happen? That is the question. So I'll show you this. This here is a screenshot that is now deleted. This is a old tweet from August 19th. And as you can see there, this is Keyshawn Davis's Twitter. And he says, Big Bro got him first. I ain't tripping. He gonna do him just as bad as I would. 100 emoji. So who's Big Bro? Well, we could get confused and think that there's two. Because Keyshawn does work with Terrence Bud Crawford and Bomac and Red and Isu. So it could be considered that Terrence could be considered or looked at as a big bro to Keyshawn. But the one person he has said things like that about and that we know he has a relationship with and sort of a mentorship with is Shakur. They train alongside each other more often than not. Those two are buddy-buddy. So when he says Big Bro got him, it's my belief that he is talking about none other than Shakur Stevenson. Now, the rumor is since Frank is so highly rated, he gets the offer. But Edwin De Los Santos is a backup, according to my sources. Edwin De Los Santos is a backup. I don't know how much of a backup, right? Because if you sent Martin an offer, it's an offer that they already negotiated. It's an offer that was already negotiated when they were negotiating, when they were coming to terms. So when they send a contract, it's supposed to be everything that you've already agreed to throughout the negotiation process. So for Martin not to actually take the fight would be strange to me. But if he doesn't, the rumor is Edwin De Los Santos will be there to pick up that fight. Again, we'll see. This sounds crazy, and I know that it does, right? Because it's PBC working with Top Rank. Again, we got good information about this rumor report, and that's why we're putting it out there. Obviously, we're not calling it breaking news as, one man could decide not to fight the other. But this is the talk of Las Vegas, that Shakur Stevenson will be fighting someone in that November weekend for the F1 weekend when there's going to be millions and millions of people in town. The talk amongst Las Vegas is that Top Rank wants to give Shakur that spotlight, put him in that position. We'll see, does it happen? It would be an early cross-promotion fight for Shakur. Some can call this his Terrence Crawford moments when Crawford fought Felix Diaz and another, PBC fighter before they actually gave him some of those big names. But Frank Martin is an Earl Spence fighter, and that would be considered a big fight for Frank. And the boxing world would look at that as a big fight because it is cross promotion. And these guys have had conversations. Frank, Keyshawn, Shakur, even Devin. Now, I did reach out to Frank. He did respond, and he said it was interesting what he said. And I got to go and read it to make sure. But I feel like he said something like, as of right now, this isn't true, or there's no truth to this. So the way that he answered it may led me to believe that he's leaving it open in case that offer does come down the pipeline, or he answered it in that matter not to let me know that he got the offer. Now, I doubled down and I'm like, well, Frank, this is what I'm hearing, and I heard you already got a contract. After that, he went dark. You feel me? Too much info I got. So he had to back up, tell his handlers, like, yo, I don't know, but this boxing voice dude know a lot of shit. You feel me? I reached out to a couple of uncles I know of certain fighters, and I'm trying to get word back. But now, this has been a 4-5 hour process. So, when people don't want a secret to get out, they don't necessarily answer everything. Now Shakur certainly seen my message and left me on scene. So one could only assume that it's true. Because if it wasn't, why wouldn't Shakur just say no? It ain't like we don't talk. It ain't like we don't text, right? So we'll see what happens. I mean, I feel like I did my due diligence. I went to everybody that I felt could give me something on this situation. Now, Danny's ear is more to the street of Las Vegas than me. I'm a studio boy. Danny's in these streets. He's in these gyms. And Danny, without even talking to me, tweeted something out early this morning that I'm going to screen share. And what I mean by without even talking to me is like, he didn't even tell me about the rumor before he tweeted it. He had already tweeted it, but, I had been hearing the same things because of my Dominican connections, right? But let me pull up Danny's tweet, and I mean Danny, my co-host. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, as it's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. So this is Danny now. And he says, Top Rank hosting a boxing event, F1 weekend in Vegas. Sources inform me Shakur Stevenson will headline for the vacant WBC lightweight title. I'm hearing Keyshawn was right, and it looks like it might be Frank Martin. Now, obviously, when he says he's hearing Keyshawn was right, he's referring to the tweet that we just screen shared for you, and we're now screen sharing yet again, where Keyshawn lets you know Big Burrow got him first. I ain't tripping. He gonna do him just as bad as I would. So that is the tweet that Danny is referring to and speaking of when he says Keyshawn was right. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. So I'm putting no. I don't believe this will happen. And then I got, yes, I believe this fight is next. I'm going to put cross the street too soon. Right? What else? Al, more negative shit. Al and Bob not working together. Let me put two together. See if that fits. Yep, that fit. We're going to ask the community that. If you want to call in, you want to voice your opinion on this potential fight that's rumored to be for November 18th during that big F1 weekend, go ahead on over and dial the number 1425-569-5241. Press 1 time to jump on the line and voice your opinion. Now, this would be a Thursday event, obviously, because it would be a special weekend promoted by Top Rank due to the F1 scenario. Now, if you go down here to another tweet from Danny, he just tells you more information. He says Las Vegas is expected to host 500,000 spectators for that F1 weekend. ESPN has U.S. rights for the F1, so it makes perfect sense for Top Rank to take advantage. Even on a Thursday, there should be 150,000 tourists in town at the first F1 event would follow the Top Rank card. So this is something that they've been planning. The decision was obviously who was going to take that very big position. This is like when Tio gets those Heisman slots and Earl got that slot right after the Olympics. This is how you build the star. You put him in front of, primetime slots where people can view him and get the talking. Now, I don't know how important DeFrank Martin is in the scope of things, right? Like, it sounds like they just want to give a promotional boost to Shakur. Do they really care if it's Frank Martin? Like, you're going to have millions of people in attendance, or rather 500,000 people in attendance in Las Vegas, and then you got whatever watches you on live television. Does it matter who he's fighting, or is it just a showcase fight? Will this fight actually happen with Frank? Is Derek in the right place to take this fight? With everything that's happened with Derek James, is he in the right place? Does he have the time? Remember that there are rumors of Ryan Garcia fighting in November as well. Then you got September 30th, Jermell Charlo fighting. It's not like Derek James has had time off. He's been working nonstop, putting together game plans nonstop. And, quite frankly, he still has a game plan to put together for Ryan Garcia. And then he would have to be considering Frank Martin a month later or the same month, because it was rumored that Ryan was coming back in October. At least that's what Derek James said out of his mouth. And then the rumors started to circulate and surface of Rolando Romero and Ryan for November. Remember, the WBA put a 72-hour deadline on Romero to produce some sort of medical results for the alleged injury. Well, that 72 hours came and went. What benefits Al? That's what the WBA stands for. But we'll see which avenue they go down. Now, we are going to have Mariciela Cornejo on the show and Lorenzo Medina. Both have respected posts on our Patreon and on our members only tab. So if you want to ask them a question, just head on over to that members tab or head on over to that Patreon, drop that question, and we'll ask our respected guests your question in your name. So yeah, we're going to be having Mariciela on in just a bit. And if you want to ask her a question, go ahead and join our Patreon. If you want to call in and voice your opinion on today's rumor report, feel free. The number to call, 1425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here. We're going to open up these phone lines. Looks like I got a couple of callers waiting to discuss the topic. Once again, you can do the same. We got our Discord available and our Twitter Spaces as well.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Looks like we're going to go to Cliff in Connecticut. What's going on?
I've been getting the first call a lot lately. That's crazy. Yo,
We hear you. What up,
Y'all can
champ?
hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up? Man, I like Shakur easily. I'm good. Whatever money I have when this fight comes in November, I'm putting it all on Shakur. Every last dollar. And hopefully the odds is decent. Like I expect him to be like around like four or 500 though. But yeah, put all your money on Shakur. Get that free money. This is an easy win for him. We've seen the trouble that Frank had with the dude he just fought, who was experienced in the amateurs. Shakur's gonna beat him. He is better off fighting Keyshawn. Hello?
Now we hear
Yo.
you. I'm just not cutting you off, Cliff.
Yo, my bad. Yeah, he is better off fighting Keyshawn than me because that's more of a competitive fight. So he's gonna get that L basically, and that's really all you gotta say. Like Shakur is he's too good for him. You know, whatever. I hopefully it happens because Shakur can't get no kind of fight. So any fight for him is good. This is a easy. I mean,
Do
it's
you
not
like
easy
the
victory,
fight? Do
but
you
ain't
like the
nobody
fight?
beat. Yeah, yeah, I do like the fight because there's no competition for Shakur unless he's fighting Tank or Devin, and Devin's moving up, so there's really no competition for him in my opinion. So yeah, I like the fight. For Frank is good. He's one of the top five. So yeah, I like the fight. But that's it, really. Shakur's gonna get a win. Frank will get his first L, and put all your money on it. That's all I gotta say.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in. So I guess the last thing
All right.
is, do you believe the rumor or do you just want to believe the rumor? Cliff?
Me? Oh
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
don't believe it. I thought you was canceled. No, I don't honestly. No, anything that they're talking about this far out, you can't believe it yet. No, hell no, I don't believe it. But it's wishful thinking, so no, I don't believe it though.
All right, all right. Well, appreciate you calling in. 1425-569-5241. That's the number to call. We got King Born, Brooklyn. What's up? King Born, Brooklyn. Discord. The date would be November 16th.
I'm here. I'm here.
What's
Peace,
up?
yo. Word. Listen, man. A lot of shit on my mind right now, Ness. I'm mad at everybody in the South. Everybody that got a Publix. I'm mad at Keem the Dream. I'm mad at Vega. I'm mad at the whole world. Why the fuck did nobody tell me that Publix chicken, that roast chicken, is the best chicken ever? It's the best shit in the universe, y'all. I'm mad nobody put me on to the shit all the time and driving down south. Nobody told me fuck with Publix chicken. The shit better than Boston Market. It's better than KFC. And I'm going to tell y'all something too. November 16th to 18th is the F1 racing series in Las Vegas. This shit is all cap. Listen, Bugs Bunny will come to your crib and give you carrots for free from Amazon for this fight happen on the day it's going to happen. You know why? Because uh, 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 your man Derrick James, he got too much shit on his hand. His man just got destroyed, Spence. You know what I mean? Then he got Charlo going in against Canelo. It's too soon. It's too soon. If this fight do happen, it will happen next year. So like I said, this is bullshit. Cat, don't believe it. I would love to see. Y'all ready for
So
a quick switch him up, fix him
hold
up?
up. So
I
what
would
you
love to
think?
see Brian Garcia versus Shakur at 135. Put that in there. Love y'all, Ness. Love boxing voice. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he ain't get the memo that Ryan moved up to 40 and didn't make 135 versus Tank, who he would have made more money in the fight with. So, like, for you to say he gonna make 135 versus Shakur, I don't know. It just sounds a little crazy. A little crazy. But if you want to call in, the number to do so 1425-569-5241. Press 1. We also got Twitter Spaces and Discord if you want to use those abilities to call in, those ways to call in, you can do so. We got 2 guests coming up. Gotta just make some time for Mariciela Cornejo. Then we'll have the young heavyweight Lorenzo Medina. Very, very, very good talent. You guys need to go watch those fights on the playback on the Zone. It is certainly worth your time. I haven't seen a heavyweight move like this in quite some time. So there are rumors all over the place on potential fights. Obviously, with the Shakur and Kambosos going back and forth so much, people are assuming that they're trying to build the fight. And you have rumors of a possible Kambosos Keyshawn fight. Then you got Keyshawn himself taking to Twitter telling Jermaine Ortiz to cool out because, he going to end up getting hurt. So that's an in-house fight. I know Jermaine is about to have a fight in San Antonio, but that's a tune-up. So, he could be getting lined up to end up facing a Keyshawn, which would be a little unfortunate, right? Because it kind of be backwards for Jermaine to have to fight the prospect. But, right now, he's certainly being talked about. So you see, as I'm doing this show, more and more people are hitting me up saying, yeah, that they're hearing the same thing for this November 16th date in Las Vegas with Shakur and Frank. That would be good, though, for us as boxing fans if we got a cross-promotion fight with Shakur so early in his career. I got Bougie and Broward, $2. He says, is the source Dan? If not, I'm not stunting it. It ain't Dan Rayfield. It's our very own Danny, who's in these, Las Vegas streets every day, man. He's in the gym right now. So this is what the word around this town is. But I got Rocky Rodriguez, member for 5 months. Word on the street is Paramount is putting pressure on Al to make these big fights. They want some return on their investment. Okay. I don't really care. Whatever makes them give us what we need and what we deserve as fight fans, it is what it is. But we do have a poll here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Rumor report, Shakur versus Frank Martin. Do you believe this is happening? Yes, I believe this fight is next. 39% of you believe that. No, don't think this will happen. 34% that. Cross the street too soon. 10% voted on that. Al and Bob not working together. 17% voted on that. So if you want to make a vote, you want to make a difference, head on over to theboxingvoice.com right here at YouTube and drop a vote. But don't forget to smash that thumbs up button as well. And remember, we're waiting for Mariciela Cornejo, who I haven't gotten a reply from. And that's show business. But let me hit up Lorenzo, see if we get him early. And in the meantime, if you want to call in and voice your opinion, feel free. Number to call 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Twitter's available and Discord. We're talking the rumor of Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin, November 16th for Thursday, here in Vegas for F1 weekend. 500,000 people supposed to be in attendance for that F1 weekend. We got Majid in Ohio. What's up? Majid in Ohio. What is up? Looks like we had some issues. So he's probably going to try and reconnect. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. Right now, we're at 179,570,000 subscribers. So we need about another 500 or so more subscribers to get to that next goal of 180. Every subscriber counts. If you have already subscribed, grab a friend's device and subscribe. I don't care. Numbers is power. We need those big interviews. We got Majid on a check-in. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. First of all, shout out to Jersey 973-201-856, all of them. Yeah, man, motherfucking, if they make this fight, do this cross promotion, shout out to them doing bigger fights earlier in their careers and not having to wait, too long and shit. But we already know what this is. If they really make this fight, man, Frank Law's about to have an L. Derek James gonna be most sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just must like hurt. He make this fight, they taking another L, and we already know this. I'm saying, like, I feel like it'll be a 10-2, 9-3. You know what I'm saying? He easy work, So if they want to make this fight or whatever, shit, I can't promise you he get beat like Bud, but he definitely gonna get chipped the fuck up. So Texas gonna be. I mean, he is from Texas though, so he gonna be making them look good. I guess. Shout out to them. But yeah, man, this shit all wrong for Frank Martin, man. He don't really want that smoke. I hope they make it, but shit, if they don't, they doing the smart thing and helping it. They gonna be having some secure bags. If he fight Shakur, man, he gonna have that L. They already know it, But shout out to them if they really make it. That's all I got, man.
All right. All right. Damn. He said 10-2, 9-3. I mean, and I get it. That's how we are as boxing fans. Frank's only as good as his last performance. His last performance wasn't really his best performance. So that's how boxing fans think, man. You're only as good as your last fight, bro. So you gotta always make sure that you put on. Speaking of putting on, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button because you found the most consistent show on the internet. I'm doing 2 shows a day every single morning, 9 a.m. in the morning, Eastern, 6 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, getting you through your workday. It's the Breakfast Club of Boxing. Then we come right back and give you one show every evening to put you down for bed, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, bringing you the latest news, rumor reports, and interviews. We have 2 scheduled interviews today. Hopefully, we still getting Mariciela, and she's not caught up in the gym. And we should be having heavyweight that was last seen on DAZN this week, this Friday, not on the OTX card, but instead on that MVP card, doing his thing. Lorenzo Medina, someone you guys certainly need to be checking out. I got RNS1 with a $2 super chat. He says Frank will be lucky to win a round. Damn. I hope Frank can use all this hatred as fuel the way that Crawford did, because I mean, I don't want to call it hatred, but I mean, you guys just not giving him a shot, right? That's obviously credit to Shakur, how good he is. Credit to Shakur and how good he is. That's why you probably don't give him a shot. But it looks like we got Majid with a counter punch, even though I don't see you there. Let me see if we got Lorenzo. Nobody see on net. Oh, okay. Lorenzo's development. I'm going to just see if he's ready. I'm excited for this, bro. I haven't been this excited for an interview in a minute. This guy really. I feel like I should. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna throw him out the zone and get his highlights
Yo,
ready.
you can hear me?
Loud and clear, champ. What up?
Oh yeah, nah. I just wanted to let it be known, like, even if he did good his last fight, chipped him up for about 6, 7 rounds and then got him out of there. And it wasn't nothing he could have did to make me think different. When Mayweather was fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on that Mikey Garcia some of his fights, maybe some slight haterade too, but I ain't put my money on him, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously missed out as many times as I could have bet, all them fights I watched, I could have made a lot of money, So I say this time around, we got to find a fighter out there that we just going to throw our money on. Like, can't nobody outbox this nigga, It ain't about knockouts and nothing. Like, it's just who going to win the fight, So I think that Shakur going to be pound for pound #1 someday. I believe he going to beat Haney. I believe he going to chip Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? He gonna chip little Tank. You know what I'm saying? You heard me, Vontae. Shout out to Baltimore. I'm taking that money. But yeah, I just don't think none of them could beat him at 135. When he go to 40, I got him beating T.O. Little T-Rex arms Regis. I don't think he could do it. We are in fuck Rolly, hopefully he land a lucky punch. I just don't think that nobody could beat him. And I'm just saying now that I think people should start putting their money down like they would have did with Mayweather. His combos don't look as sharp, but that boy ain't gonna lose. But that's all I got, man.
All right. Appreciate you. Um, Let me check here. Is this guy? I guess he's not with Box Lab. Oh, there he goes. See, he was on this one. I seen this May 26 card. So I did see 3 of his fights, man. That's why I'm impressed. I've seen 3 of his fights already. Lorenzo Medina. He said give him 10 minutes. And I'm impressed. I can't find the MVP. I guess I have to put most valuable. Yeah, there it goes. Because they got some highlights here on their page. I didn't, you know what? I got to actually go back and watch this guy. We interviewed him too, Elijah Flores. Remember, he was sparring with Tank for the Ryan Garcia fight. All right, so he says send him the link. Give me 1 second here. And we're going to get him on. And sorry for the dead air, solo dolo. Fats, what up?
Yo,
Yo.
what's good with you, man? I don't know what happened earlier. I think because my phone died and shit. That was my bad on that, bro. But shit, I like this fight if it's really gonna happen, man. See, that not talking about the last caller, but his fans. That's what they gonna say. Oh, it's gonna be easy work. He not gonna win a round. 10-2. All right, y'all keep thinking that he unbeatable. I mean, you gonna look good in there fighting fucking Junetao. I mean, he not gonna fucking hit you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean. Styles make fights, man. Frank can use his feet good. You know what I mean? I think he started late and all that shit, but he showed grit too his last fight. He showed he can come up big in the clutch. When he needed that knockdown, he got it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like that fight. I actually, if I was betting money, like to make it fun, I would bet on Frank to win a close fight. But my of course Shakur's skills is a little bit more polished, but I think Frank got the power and the style to keep that pressure on him. You know what I mean? Like what he gonna do? Just run around the ring for 12 rounds? Nah, I think Frank will get in the inside and work him a little bit. I think it'll definitely be a good fight. And then if it be close, then what? Then I wonder what they gonna say. 'Cause then they saying it's gonna be a sweep. Ain't that what they saying? Ain't that what
Well,
they saying?
certainly Majid said 9-3. 10-2.
Yeah, then the
But
one dude said that he'd
listen.
be lucky to win a round.
But you gotta understand, it ain't like that's far fetched. Frank not even a world title challenger. This will be his first title challenge, and then he gonna be challenging Shakur. Shakur's a 2-time champ,
Yeah, for sure.
unified, 1-time ring. I mean, it
I
ain't like
I
it's
just don't think
easy
it's a
to
walk
do.
in the park. That I just don't think that's a walk in the park fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and even if Frank lose to him, that's not a bad loss. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's just say now if he get out there and look like Earl Spence and some shit like that, then okay, cool. But I don't see that fight going like that. I think this would be a very competitive fight. I don't know if it's pay-per-view worthy or nothing like that, but even if it is, like, I still would pay to see it. It's a good matchup. So hopefully they can get it on though, man, because it's looking like Shakur. I mean, I don't really know. We don't know what's going on. Lomachenko, I told you, they try and fight Cambosis, or you know how that's going though. So hopefully we can get this fight though, man. I like it. It's a good matchup. Appreciate.
All right. So again, this how I feel. I'm like, yo, if it wasn't real, people would be hitting me like, man, what? Where you heard that? That shit ain't real. That's not what's happening. I have reached out to Bob Arum himself, not even a text back. I reached out to my man with Top Rank, Evan Korn, not even a text back. So I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'll tell you that. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't care. They gonna have to prove us wrong, right? We got Huang Mancha in Houston. What up?
Say, did you see during the Spence Crawford stuff when Frank Martin ran up on Keyshawn?
Yeah.
And then he was like, man, I ain't even heard of you. And he's like, dude, you ran up on me. How you mean you ain't heard of me? But you know what? That energy, I like that from Frank Martin. Even though I think Shakur beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's just that energy, he wants to fight the top guys. Like the way he went after Keyshawn, even though Keyshawn really ain't a top guy yet, his trajectory is all the way up. But actually, man, I wouldn't mind a pay-per-view with Shakur and Frank, but if the whole card was a cross-promotion card with number stars.
It's not rumored to be pay-per-view. I ain't never say that. Ain't nobody tell us that.
No, I know you didn't, but it's like this. How's it going to make sense for cross-promotion for Allen and Bob,
Well,
right?
I mean,
So
a
what
belt.
you do is
The
you
belt
pack the
makes
card.
sense. That's why you crossing the street. Like, you either cross the street for big money or you cross the street because there's a title on the line. And there's going to be a vacant WBC on the line.
Oh, okay. Which one is it Devin vacating one?
Yeah, Devin vacated the WBC. Once he move up to fight Regis and it's official, which I text Bill and I said, what's up with Devin and Reed? He said, nah, that's who we fighting, so that's still official.
Okay. It's the same thing like with Charlo because
it just
he's
ain't
moving up. He's
official
got to
for
vacate.
that date though. I just want to be clear. He ain't confirmed that it's for October 28th, but he said that's who he's fighting.
Oh, okay. Well, dang. Man, I hope this goes down because that'd be a great fight. I don't think it'll be a walk in the park for Shakur, but I do think he'll probably dominate. That'd be more like a 7-5 fight right there.
I guess 7-5. Wow. I don't know. People might talk shit about Shakur if he end up in a 7-5 fight with a dude like Frank. People don't like me because I tell the truth, right? The streets call Frank a 28-year-old prospect. So if Shakur go 7-5 with a 28-year-old prospect, I don't know how good that's going to look.
Yeah, but I mean, the Michelle Rivera thing, the way they were blowing it up, like, oh, Michelle Rivera's the next Ali or whatever, or because he looks like him or whatever. But, I mean, man, he washed Michelle Rivera, beat the crap out of him. So, I mean, after that, it's like, say, I can't call him a prospect no more, He's ready for the big fight. Let's see the big fight then.
Champ, that's my guess. I'm going to get back with you.
For sure.
Lorenzo, what up?
What's up?
What's up? Champ, have I interviewed you before? Because I was going through my page and I seen that I already had you tagged. I'm like, damn, did I interview him already and I'm forgetting?
Nah, not that I know of.
Okay, good. Because you got me excited, bro. Like I've been now this is my third fight. I watched of yours. I think you did one of those Caribe Royale fights right before they got the deal with MVP. Then this is your second MVP fight, right?
Yeah. Actually, the first Caribe Royale fight I had was on my birthday, on my 18th birthday. That was my first fight in America.
Wow. Yeah, bro, because that's the beauty. You're only 18, bro. I
Yes,
need to
sir.
know, your like how'd you get into this?
When I was younger, my mom couldn't afford the after school, and they had the PAL program by my house. It was $10 a month at the time. So I walk to the PAL program right after school, and I chill there till my mom could pick me up. I'd be there all day.
Bro, but like, bro, I've been doing this for 13 years. You're extremely good for 18 years old. I'm shocked that you're not with a major. There's more to your story. Why you're not with a top rank? When did you start as a professional? How many amateur fights did you have? Like, I'm not understanding why you're like this
I didn't have a
unsigned
lot of.
talent.
I didn't have too many amateur fights. I say like 50 something, 40.
That's
I
still a
was
lot, bro. That's more than Deontay Wilder.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. May, it was more like local shows. I didn't start showing myself at the national tournaments up until like my last 2 years of the amateur. I went to like 4 nationals in 2 years, and then I won my last one, and then I decided to go pro.
So, who have you fought in the amateurs in the heavyweight division?
I don't know if you know Diego Pacheco, his brother.
Of course, Fed. I see. I
I
seen that he
smoked his
actually.
ass.
I seen that he actually congratulated you in the comment section, and I'm like, oh shit, they know each other.
No, we were trying to. I was trying to make that fight happen in the pros.
Oh wow.
And they didn't want it, so I was like, all right, cause they supposedly had a spot on the David Benavidez card, with Caleb Plant, and my manager reached out to them, but I was gonna
So
go in as an opponent.
I've been just guessing all this time because I know that MVP got together with Box Lab, and Box Lab is kind of Louis DeCuba Sr., right?
Um, I think no, the dude that run the you're saying the person that runs Box Lab
Yeah.
that I know of, it's Amari. I forgot his last name.
All
The
right.
bigger dude.
And you're with Ryan Ricky, is your manager.
Yes, sir.
So how'd you guys meet?
He signs. I met him through. My coach, but he had signed Pete Dobson. We were training Pete Dobson.
And that's it. He just happened to come see Peter Dobson in your gym and bumped into you.
Yeah, kind of. My coach when he was in like the route to sign Pete. My coach would mention me every once in a while, but at the time I was only like 16 years old. Um, but once he saw me at the amateurs and stuff and saw me spar a lot, then he was like, "Let's do it." And I love Ryan. He reaches out to me every single day, checks up on me, and he looks like he really cares. So, and he's been doing real good by me so far, at least.
I mean, yeah, you're super active. What are you not 8-0?
8-0, yeah. And I went pro in April of 2022. It hasn't even been 2 years.
Yeah, he certainly has you active. I will say though, I see so much talent, um, but I also feel like they're rushing you. Like, didn't you fight already 3 undefeated fighters?
Two. My last two fights.
Yeah,
I mean, to be
and
honest
that.
with you, like I saw like 30, because Ryan will never put me in a fight that I'm not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give me my option, and he'll give me options. And to be honest with you, like I saw the 4-0, like all I saw was like 15 seconds of him. But when I saw him, I was like, it's not really. I'm not stressing it. I was like, it'll look good on my record. Let's do it.
And you're talking about your last fight with the Cuban.
No, not even the Cuban. I'm talking about the Puerto Rican I just knocked out like Friday.
Okay. Oh, so he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he was Puerto Rican. I fought that Cuban Olympian or the Olympic alternate, but he was like a 2-day notice. And a lot of people told me not to take that fight, but to be honest with you, bro, like you don't ever know when you get those opportunities to fight on a big platform and when they'll come and and if they'll ever be there again. And I told Ryan, I was like, bro, I've been training for 8 weeks. I'm confident in myself. Just we can make it happen.
Wow. Yeah, no, you're fighting with extreme confidence. I haven't seen no one talk shit while they fight the way that you do in a long time, yo. So that's really what got me excited is that you're talking to your opponent, you're talking to the commentators, and this is not the first time I've seen you do that. So I also went through your Twitter and I noticed two things. I feel like sometime last year you post something like you won't be outworked, which is something I love to read. That means that you're a workhorse and you'll be conditioned and you won't get exhausted on us. But you also posted say it louder, say it louder. I think you put say it louder, TGK, and you were talking to my friend Brandon Teller from Florida. He reports
I
down there, and
I love Brendan. Brendan's known me. Brendan's known me since I was since I was a little kid.
I bet, man, he covers everybody in Florida. But I seen you taking shots at Jared Anderson, something that nobody does. So yeah, take me to that tweet and what is it about Anderson that you already see?
To be honest with you, out of all the heavyweights that are upcoming, I'd say Jared Anderson is definitely one of the better ones. Um, but at the end of the day, bro, I believe in myself, and I think I'm the best heavyweight. I don't. To be honest with you, like when it comes to like my defense and my speed, like I don't see anybody else that's quicker or that's got better defense than me. And that's just me being honest. That's not me talking shit.
Now I
I
don't know if you got great defense, champ. I think you're extremely slick because you know, I mean, and that is considered defense, but like you don't do traditional hands up. Like you had me
Oh
nervous
no.
this last fight, because yeah, bro, he hit you. I know you
He
felt
did.
that shit.
No,
He
no,
hit
no.
you.
He did. He hit me 2 times. Actually, he hit me 2 times, and I already told my coaches that that's the type of stuff we got to work on because you know at the end of the day, bro, to become a better fighter, you got to be honest with yourself. And I've already watched my fight. I'd probably say like 15 times, and I know exactly where you're gonna go. Like a lot of it is reflexes. I won't lie to you. A lot of it I was just born with.
Hell,
Um,
bro, that's what I'm telling my audience, bro. It's like James Tony. You
that's my
know,
favorite fighter of all time.
I knew it. I knew some, and you are no joke, bro. I'm telling you, if you could remain disciplined, I feel like your favorite punch is either uppercut, left hook, or left hook, uppercut. You do a lot of variations of that.
I don't feel like I throw the uppercut enough. I
Mm.
think one of my favorite punches is definitely the jab. Once you can get the jab going, that you're done for. Anybody. It doesn't matter.
See, even in this exchange, he clipped you. Y'all caught each other with left hooks. You just got an amazing chin. Because again, I've watched the 3 last fights, and they hit you nowhere near as much as you hit them. Because again, you're slick, you're moving, you're constantly moving. But every now and then, when you're pulling out or you're exchanging with a hook, they
Yeah.
hit you. And as the competition gets better, the
No, you
pop,
gotta keep. You gotta. No, I agree with you. But I will say, like, if you watch my last 3 fights, I feel like I've definitely gotten better every single
hell
fight.
yeah.
And that, to be honest, that's enough for me. Like, as long as I'm getting better every fight, and of course, you got to look at those little punches you get hit with, because that little punch could be a career changing punch. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely aware of it, and we're always working on it.
Nah, you're definitely a natural, man. So you said James Tony is one of your favorites. Anybody else that you draw inspiration from?
These are a little old school, but Georgie Benson and Ezra Charles.
Oh wow. What made
Yeah,
you what made you go that deep into history? Is it your trainer?
My trainer number one, and there was this older dude in the gym at the time. He used to beat me up when I was a youngin, and he always put me onto a video. He still sends me videos all the time. Shout out to Fred. You know, he put me on all them dudes.
So I watched the Angel Napales fight. That's the Cuban alternate you're talking about. I actually watched that one live as well, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the one that I'm like, oh wow, you're serious. I didn't even know you were 18. I think I just found out your nickname's the Giant Killer, which I love. I love that. I love it. I love it. I mean, that's, people don't think hard enough at what's going to be their nickname. That makes perfect sense, especially as a heavyweight who has to face bigger heavyweights. How'd you get that name? Did you give it to yourself, or are people, did they give that to you because of what you do in this
My,
business and in the gym?
we, we were sparring this big ass heavyweight. I think he's like 6'11", almost 7 foot. And
What's
I
his
was like
name? What's his name?
Christian
Christian
Thun.
Thun? I'm fucking a beast! Yo, I'm a beast! I knew it! I fucking knew it! Yo, we said that at the same time. They ain't gonna believe that one. So talk to me. How'd that go with Christian?
Nah, it definitely went well. It went well. My coach started calling me the Giant Killer after that. You know.
Damn. So
Shit,
let me ask you.
Sugar Hill loved me after that day.
I seen that you was with him in one of your pictures. Have you gotten a spar, Tyson?
No, not Tyson. I would love to though, but I was the main sparring for Lawrence O'Colly his last 2 fights.
Ooh. I was
So
out
that
here with
yeah,
Okoli. I got to watch him spar. He actually contacted me, and I set up his sparring. I set him up with Johnny Rice, and he
yeah,
got
no,
this
he's a great
good
guy, very
boxer.
nice guy. He
Good
is.
boxer,
People
long too.
people love to. Yo, I say one thing. He's a real like old school boxer for real, cause he was the only world champion calling out other people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if he lost or he won. You know, at the end of the day, he's doing what other people aren't, and he's not afraid to get up in there and do what he's got to do. And he always took care of me in camp. That's one thing he did do. Got to shout out to him for that.
That's what's up, man. I think I had reached out to you last year or earlier this year on Twitter, and you said you were gonna be out here possibly in August.
Yeah,
Did that ever work out?
it didn't. And then I was trying to go over there, cause so my last fight I got no southpaw work whatsoever, except my last sparring, which was down here. But 2 weeks before my fight, it was the Errol Spence fight, and my coach was gonna go, and he was like, "See if you can find sparring out here. I'll bring you out with me." But I was hitting up everybody that I knew out there,
You
and
got it. I seen these guys in your comment section. They're both southpaw. The Perot brothers, the Cubans. They train with Bob Santos. I'm probably pronouncing their name wrong. It's Perot, pero
so that was actually my last sparring. Lanier was my last sparring.
perfect.
Great boxer,
How'd
great
that go?
boxer. It was good work. It was great work.
I
He's
love that
he's
you've
a
been sparring boxers. Or Coley's a boxer because I
yeah.
already see that you can punch. I already see that you can fight. But the thing is, there's different styles of fighting. So now being able to fight a boxer and Cuban boxer, that's good work for you, man. That's very good.
No, yeah, it was definitely great work. Lanier, and he's a smaller heavyweight too, so I don't really
I'll
get a
tell
lot
you
of
a
smaller heavy.
secret.
Yeah.
Both those brothers were used by Jared Anderson. Those
Oh,
were
I bet.
actually they were actually the only two brothers that could take it. Everybody else was getting sent home. And they
I
had the
bet. No,
switch. They
Lanier was
had the
very good.
switch.
And Bob Santos was at my last fight. Bob
Hmm.
Santos, yeah, because he had that. He trains Nestor Bravo.
Yes. Yes.
Nestor Bravo was the
He's
main
still
event
out
for my
there.
fight.
He's still out there. I just talked to Bob today. He's in Plant City still.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lanier was great work. He's definitely a great boxer, and he's real good with he got a lot of good accuracy, very good accuracy.
So are you back on the next MVP promoted card? And when is that?
Absolutely, yeah, no, we are we're talking about it right now. We don't know if it's gonna be in October or December, but hopefully we'll be back on soon.
No talk of opponents yet?
Not really. I'm just getting back. I got back in the gym yesterday, but I'm just gonna start getting like slowly getting back into camp right now.
Yeah, man, super impressed, brother. Super impressed to be 18 too. How mature you are in the ring, man. Where do you think that comes from? Because you only have
You know,
50 amateur fights, so it's not like you
I'd
got this bunch of experience.
I'd say it's definitely from the sparring that I get. You know, at the end of the day, like my coach doesn't like sparring. That's not gonna give me a hard time. You know, if dudes are too easy, then we don't want to spar 'em. We don't want that work. Um,
What
and
part of
my and
Florida
ever
you in?
what part of Florida?
Yeah.
South Florida, like Miami.
Oh, damn, you down there? Okay, that's good though.
Um,
That's where most of the heavyweights at. So you sparred Luis Ortiz?
we did get a little bit. Luis Ortiz don't spar too much though. He does more like drills but I've been in the gym with him a lot, and he's definitely taught me a couple of things. When
Did
he
they
was
let
getting
you
ready for,
spar? Did they let you spar Negron?
yeah, I've sparred Negron a lot. I've been sparring Negron since I was like 15, 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Negron's a great boxer. He is a great boxer, and for how big he is, he's super athletic. Cause he put on a lot of weight, as we could see in his last fight, but he definitely carried it well. He kept moving. He never stopped the footwork, even with gaining like 30, 40 pounds.
Have you ever sparred Cassius Chaney? He's retired now, but he lived down there with Luis Ortiz in that gym for like 2 years.
Yeah, so I remember when he was in there, but like every time I'd be there, he wasn't there because we were more of just like we'll show up to Luis Ortiz's gym and whoever's there, we'll work with. But no, I never got any work with him. I got some work with some other Cuban heavyweights that aren't there anymore. They were there before.
Again, and I'm just throwing these names out here, being as though you're living out there. That's a big ass state. Pedro Diaz has always worked with Tyrone Spong. Have you gotten some of Tyrone Spong?
I haven't. We've been trying to get that work though. Hopefully it'll happen soon. I've gotten work with Philip Ergovich though. That's
Oh,
good work.
when he
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
down there, or you went to Houston?
No, he was with Pedro Diaz at the time.
Okay. Yeah, no, because that was a while ago. I visited them when he was with Diaz, but then after that he switched to Ronnie.
Yeah, bro, he was knocking everybody out. They were paying money to go over there and spar. Um, it was great work. It was a great experience. Philip Erkovich is the truth for real. He's a great boxer. I think I he people always saying that he's kind of iffy because of his last couple of performances, but yo, he knocks everybody out in sparring. I'll tell you that.
That's definitely impressive, man.
Ivan Disco. I've also gotten a lot of work with Ivan Disco.
Yes. He's Santos is his trainer, right? Derek?
Oh, is he?
I think.
Who? Which one? What's his name?
Isn't it Derek Santos from Boca Raton?
Nah. When he was down here, it was with this guy Gary, that I know. I'm pretty sure his name is Gary. A bigger white guy. I think it was a police officer. But now he's training up in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, somewhere over there.
So, what did you think of the big fight, man? Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Were you expecting that?
I predicted it, and I got text messages saying I predicted it.
But you predicted him to win that in that fashion?
Bro, I have a text message saying Terrence Crawford by decapitation.
Oh wow. Wow.
Literally.
What was it? What was it? Why cuz I
I
picked
mean,
Crawford, but I didn't expect 3 knockdowns and a knockout.
I didn't think it was gonna be from that early either. I thought he was definitely gonna have to break him down a little bit more. But we also have to take into account like I don't feel like that was the best Errol Spence we ever seen either. I think he definitely wasn't there 100%. But at the end of the day, a decision's a decision, and Terrence Crawford won.
For sure.
I think it was more of the fact that Terrence Crawford's dealt with dudes like Errol Spence. So Errol Spence never dealt with no dude other than Kell Brook. He's never dealt with no dude like Crawford.
And by that you mean what? A boxer, a
Style-wise.
switcher, style?
Style-wise, yeah, for sure.
Speaking of style, I want to go back to you. I know you said that James Toney is one of your favorite fighters, but what you do in the ring, is that something that you would practice in the mirror? Does it come naturally?
No, we're actually trying to. My coach is real big on like just being well rounded, and like my last fight, we trained for like maybe 2 weeks southpaw. You know what I'm saying? And I switched it up a little bit in there. But other than that, like we're more just trying to change it up a little bit and get my hands up a little bit more. Start pressuring dudes a little bit
You
more.
certainly keep your hands down.
Yeah, no, we definitely. That's what we've been working on, is trying to keep our hands up more and make sure everything's tight. Because if you look at my older professional fights, my first couple, my punches were a lot wider. Sometimes I might slap my hook. So now we're just making sure everything's tight. Making sure everything's correct. We're just trying to go over the basics more than anything. Big on those
Sure,
fundamentals.
man. So what's your nationality?
Both my parents are Cuban.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was telling my audience, like, I think he's Cuban or Puerto Rican. I wasn't sure. I mean, you could be both. But you were born here?
Yeah, I was born in Miami.
So you speak Spanish or what?
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
That's good. That's
Not
good.
not like I'm off the boat. Not like I'm off the boat, but I can definitely speak Spanish.
Enough to rally your troops though, because I haven't
Oh, for
seen a
sure, for sure.
Cuban. Do you think you'd be that first Cuban? Like, I mean, I don't know any Cubans that have a fan base, bro.
No, another thing is, when it comes to, you don't have any Cuban Americans that are big right now. And that's a big thing. You always got these dudes that are straight from the island that come over. They don't speak English. And when you don't speak English, you can't get the fans in America. You know what I'm saying? So I think just me being able to speak Spanish and English, and me being born here, but both my parents are Cuban, is really gonna help me in that promotional standpoint, and just being able to get the fans that I need. Because I always got a big support system when I go and fight. I had like at least 80, 100 people that showed up from Miami to Orlando just to watch me fight.
Wow. So
And
now
when I had a fight that was lined up for down here. It was supposed to be my third fight. In 3 weeks, I sold $15,000 in tickets. And it was sold out. It wasn't a big venue, but it was sold out.
Were you on
So
that Charles Martin card that happened down there? Did they give
nah,
you
I wish. Nah, bro, we didn't get like our shot, you could say, on a big platform until Cuban. We got
until
pro box though. Pro
Napolis?
box.
Until Napolis, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the first MVP promotions fight.
Yeah, that fight was a little shaky for me at first, because bro, we were getting ready for a 6-7 Russian. You know what I'm saying?
6'7".
Yeah, Andrei Mangushev.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong,
that's the
that dude
guy.
sucked.
That's the guy that was wasn't he sparring Fury?
Sparring Fury. He was sparring.
My man used air quotes.
You know how that shit be, bro. They're saying they be sparring Fury. It's like Fury would knock you out in like 2 seconds, bro.
Oh shit! So what happened? You were training for him and they switched you?
Bro, he pulled out the day of the weigh-ins, pretty much. Literally the night before.
Wow! When they found you a replacement that quick. Holy
He was
shit.
based in Miami. Napoles is based in Miami, and I know his coach. And his coach is like, "You're not a real heavyweight. You need to go down to cruiser. This and this, this and this." So his coach was like, "Yeah, we'll take it, bro." I offered him a part of my check, so he would take the fight. Number one.
Damn. Just so you won't miss that opportunity on TV.
Nah, hell yeah. I said, I told my manager, I'm like, the money's gonna come. I'm gonna make big money in this.
You are. You certainly are. You got to keep that fucking hand up, though.
I got you, but I told my manager, I was like, bro, $3,000 right now is not gonna make a difference for my future. You feel me?
Word.
Give it to him and make sure he comes out here. And that 100, like, I have way more respect for that Cuban than I do that Russian dude. I would have slept that Russian.
He was
Bro, I would have
tough. You wasn't
slept
able to
that
get him
Russian.
out of there. You know, you hurt him too, but like his computer reset quick. He's not one of those dudes that, you know, get on slow motion. He got good recovery time.
No, bro, he could definitely like do something. You know what I'm saying? Later on, he definitely can. But at the same time, I'm not letting the 2-day replacement come over here and stomp on me either. You know, like it was
Nah, for
shaky at
sure.
first because we were getting ready for like the European style. He was 6'7", and but then they switched me up for a 6'2", 6'3" Cuban. That, you know, he's moving his feet. He got quick hands too, so it was definitely different because I wasn't prepared for it. But at the same time, I'm always prepared for it.
Got a couple questions from the people. Juan Mancha in Houston says, shout out to you. I like that interview you did with those Cuban boys out of Miami. Do you think we can see you and Jared Anderson in the ring next year since boxing is now giving us the big fights? I think next year's too fucking soon.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you never know what happens. I say like 2-3 years.
For sure. I
You
mean,
know,
you got no 8 rounders yet. Jared, he just fought a former world champion, Charles Martin.
not for sure. You gotta a lot of these dudes, bro, they rush everything, and at the same time, like, don't get me wrong, if the opportunity is given to me, I'm gonna take it always. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it's not, then it's not. You know, I'm not gonna rush anything. I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm gonna make sure that whoever's in my way is not gonna stop me. That's about it.
Now you 18, man. There's no rush. The world's just starting to take notice. You got to keep working on your craft. But when they let you loose, you gonna be a problem. I got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Did you hear the criticism that Antonio Tarver had about Derek James, and what are your thoughts on it? He said, you know, this, you know, basically he said something like he's the trainer of the year. He should have had um, more advice for Earl. He complained about Earl's footwork being all over the place, no defense, no head movement, kept his head on the line. So yeah, Tarver was a bit critical of Derek James, and
Bro,
you
I
know,
just unless Errol was that much more physically stronger than Terrence Crawford, I don't really see what he could have done to beat him. Cause that night, you know, at least that night, Terrence Crawford was physically stronger than Errol, and he had the gas. So it's like Errol's style, unless you got the gas and the strength for it, it's never gonna work.
speaking of gas, you do this thing in the ring that obviously you're not gassed out, but I guess whenever you are, you can use that to, I guess, play it off because you go to the corner, you bang on the ropes or on the turnbuckle, and you tell your guy, like, come on, let's give these, you know, fight fans a fight. But what happens when the guy doesn't want to meet you in that corner? Because some people are like, nah, that's where you're comfortable at.
I know. I mean, I'll pull up to him, but the only reason I did is because a lot of these Cuban fighters, they got big egos, bro. They got big egos, and I knew he had the biggest ego. I knew once I started talking shit to him in Spanish too, but he was mad, and for the most part, like, he was just throwing straight hooks. I kind of just knew what was coming. That's why I did it.
I got James Benitez in Alabama. Champ, I got hip to you like last year on IG. You've definitely grown in the ring. Salute to you. Since today's topic is Frank Warren versus Shakur, do you think it'll be close? Do you think it'll be close? Does Frank lose by decapitation or does Frank upset Shakur Stevenson? Keep it real.
I'm a believer in Shakur. I won't lie to you. Um, I don't think he'll stop Frank though. I
Decision.
think it'll, yeah, for sure a decision. For sure. I think when it comes to like the experience and just his skill set, you know, Shakur got him.
I got Matt Bent in Kansas City. What are your short-term plans and long-term?
Um, I really want to, you know, I knew my goal for this year was to get like a small title, like a, you know, one of those, like an NABA belt or whatever. Um, it could still happen. You know, I might still fight 2 more times this year. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Um, But if not, it doesn't happen. You know, that'll be my goal for next year. Long term, you know, everybody's a world champion. Anybody could be a world champion. But you know, world champions are forgotten every day. I just want to make sure that I really solidify my name in this sport. Make sure nobody forgets about me, and make sure I leave a big impression. You know.
Do you watch a lot of Benavidez? Do you model your style after him? I feel like sometimes I'm watching you and I see David Benavidez.
Bro, people say that, and I don't see it at all.
Oh, really? I didn't know they
I
say
really
that.
don't.
Okay.
I love Caleb Plant. I like Caleb Plant. But you know, he's a slick boxer. That's why I like him.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Riddick Bowe. That's why I love Riddick Bowe.
I seen that your stablemate is Brandon Moore.
Well, yeah, we're signed to the same manager.
Oh, so not stablemate.
No.
So did y'all spar?
Yeah, no, we sparred. We sparred.
How was
Brandon,
that? Because he talks a lot of shit too.
Oh no, we was talking bad shit to each other.
I can imagine.
I sparred Brandon a couple times. It's always good work. The thing with Brandon is like he's real awkward compared to a lot of these other heavyweights. And people see him from the outside, they're like, damn, this dude sucks. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, he's super athletic, and he might not look that physically strong, but he is pretty strong, and he's quick for a heavyweight. So he's gonna give a lot of these bigger dudes problems for sure. These slow dudes, he's always gonna give those dudes problems.
He posted a clip knocking down my boy Brandon Glayton from Atlanta. Was you there for that?
I wasn't there for it. I saw the video. I sparred Brandon a couple times.
In Atlanta or in Florida?
Nah, in Florida. He came to my gym.
How was that? That's another. I love that you sparred all these shit talkers. That's another shit talker. Him,
He didn't talk shit.
McCauley. Get the fuck out of here. Wow. That must
He hit me with a body shot. He hit me with a body shot. He thought it hurt, and he was like, "Oh yeah." But other than that, not really. Nah. He didn't talk. We did 8 rounds, and I wasn't even in shape, but it was good work. It was great work. Brandon, you know, he's real like explosive.
He's aggressive.
Yeah, no,
He's
yeah.
aggressive.
What about? No, I'm lying. I sparred him 2 times.
What about
I
Mac
sparred
Truck?
him. I sparred Mac Truck when I was, I
Oh
think,
my
14.
God, I'm in love with you. Get the fuck out of here. You sparred Mac too?
Yeah, I sparred Mac Truck when I was like 14.
Oh, damn, that's a long
15.
time ago.
I haven't sparred him in a long time.
Damn.
The last time
Did
I
he
saw
have more
Mac
amateur
Truck,
fights than you? He had more amateur experience at that time?
yeah, I think so. I think he was pro already.
You know he suffered a loss already.
So, yeah, the last time I saw him was right before that loss. Me and him were sparring Lorenzo Medina and Danny Dubois. That was the first time I sparred him. I was 17. I didn't spar Danny Dubois. I sparred Lawrence that day. They only gave me 3 rounds, and then I had a dip. But, you know, it is what it is. Max was a tough dude, bro. Max was tough. And
Oh yeah, man. I wasn't expecting that shit to happen to him. He's alright.
I'll
He
fight
switched. I heard he's with Boots and his father now.
No, yeah, I mean, I hope it's good. It's a good switch for him. You know, I feel like a lot of the times you can go with the best trainer in the world. It's all about the chemistry you have with your trainer at the same time. You know, I've been offered to train with big trainers sometimes, and I'll never switch my trainer. My trainer gotta fuck me over for real for me to switch.
Mm.
I definitely trust my trainer and I believe in them.
Ryan Frazier in Toronto, Canada. I'm pretty sure I saw you fight on one of the Pro Box cards and now on the MVP card. Do you have a promoter or are you and your team fighting on any card you can get to stay active?
Now I wouldn't say any card that we can get. Now we're really trying to focus on getting the good quality fights and making sure that they're on good platforms. But no, I don't have a promoter right now. Not right now, at least.
That's beautiful, man. Matchroom, Top Rank, pay attention because, bro, you deserve. No, honestly, It's your personality for me. It's what you do in the ring. You're entertaining. Fighters don't want to understand that. Like that's why I said even down to your nickname. Like it's more than just oh he's a good fighter. You gotta be good in the interviews. You gotta say the right things. You gotta have the right nickname. You gotta post on Instagram. It's a lot that comes with being a fucking star, but you got it.
Oh,
At
absolutely.
18, I feel like at 18 you got. I'm telling you, I don't know if your manager told you, but when I reached out to you, I reached out to him, and I was just telling him how excited I was. I was very happy for your win, man. And I
He
hope.
told me, man. I appreciate you.
Nah,
I really
I
do.
hope you keep doing your thing, man. You are exciting. You're what the sport needs. The way that you fight. And again, your energy, man. I mean, I can see you and Jared in huge fights together in the future. I mean, you got that Latin background. Hopefully, you can tap into that. I got one more here from the Boxing Prophet. He says, D. Rodriguez from California. Hey, champ. How are you doing? The question that I have for you today is who do you see winning the Women's World Cup of Spain and England? Or excuse me, or England? Also, what's the heaviest you've ever gone in for fight night?
What was the first question?
Who do you see winning the Women's World Cup of Spain or England?
I have no idea. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with you.
right. I don't watch soccer either. Is there World Cup soccer? I don't even know. But the other part is, what's the heaviest you've ever gone into a fight?
My so like on box track, my first fight it says I was 253, right? That was straight cap. I was like 260. I was like 265 that fight. They were
So,
they were off by like 10 pounds.
so you were talking about your trainer. Tell us a little bit about him. Who is he? Who has he trained? And how you guys connected? Since you already expressed so much admiration for him.
Um, I have two trainers. My head coach is Jeff Poritz, and then I have Kevin Gleason as well. I've known Kevin since I was like 9 years old, 8 years old. And then Jeff told Kevin that he had seen me, and they wanted to train me. But the thing with them, bro, is like especially especially like since I first started, I just listen to whatever they say, and they told me this and this and this is gonna happen, and ever since then, bro, it's happened. So if it's happening and everything they say is gonna happens, I gotta listen to them and I gotta keep on the same path that I've been on. Like my trainers told me to go climb a tree, I'm gonna go climb a tree. I'm gonna do anything they tell me to do because that's my trainer, and that's their job. That's my job. But when it came to them training people, my coaches trained Blake Davis. He used to train Roberto Duran Jr. Um, he had what's his name? Dustin. I forgot his last name. My bad. Damn. But and he trains a couple like a bare knuckle fighter as well. I wouldn't, bro. I don't think my coach really got like a fighter that he was able to show off his coaching
Talent.
skills. Yeah, until now, you know what I'm saying. He trains my brother. My brother's a monster. He is.
Professional?
Nah, he's only 16 or yeah, or no, he just turned 17.
What weight
100,
class?
147. But he's big, bro. He's like 5'11", 147 pounds, and bro, it hits like a truck. And you can't hurt that motherfucker if you hit him with a sledgehammer.
Mm.
He's like a little Mexican, just comes at you, bro. He never stops. My brother's a monster. Oh, D'Angelo Fuentes, he just fought David Navarro on the overtime card. He also trains it. And when it comes, Kevin trained a lot of UFC fighters. He trained Amanda Nunes, Gilbert
Oh wow.
Burns, Miguel Baeza. So I've been around a couple fighters.
That's what's up.
Pete Dobson, of course.
Shout out to P. He's definitely a friend of the show. So, champ, I guess the last thing is training. Do you love to train? Do you love to run? Because that would be the only downfall with your style. If you get tired, then it's gonna be a problem. Because you're based off explosiveness.
No, of course. I love to train, bro. If I don't train, then I don't feel good. If I'm not in the gym, I don't feel good. Even when I'm working, I do personal sessions and I'm in the gym even when I'm working. I'm in the gym all day. I don't really run too much.
What?
At least now. At least now. I
Uh-oh.
changed my
Let me
I
tell you,
changed my.
man. Deontay Wilder used to say the same thing, and then he fought Fury. He didn't run and didn't do jump rope, and then
Oh
that
no, I
shit
jump rope a
changed.
lot.
That
I
shit
jump rope
changed
a lot.
after the Fury fight.
Um, the only reason I don't run too much, as a heavyweight, bro, is hard on your knees, and I'm a real mobile heavyweight. So I definitely change it for other things. But my strength and conditioning coach is great, and he definitely trains me like a monster, works me out like a monster. He doesn't think I should be running too much though, and I do
So
my
you've had a strength and conditioning coach how long? Because that's impressive to only be 8-0. Not a lot of people get that already.
Oh no, I've had a strength and conditioning coach since I was in the amateurs. My coach always made sure of it.
Mm.
I just changed to Phil Daru. He's real big in the strength and conditioning world, at least. He used to be a fighter as well, and I think that's why we clicked, because he understands what I'm going through and what it's like to be in the ring, and I feel like that's what a lot of strength and conditioning coaches are missing.
I feel like there was a slight difference in your two weigh-ins. Do you think you looked physically different in this weigh-in, more body beautiful in this weigh-in than your last one with
No,
Nepalese?
absolutely, bro. I lost 6% body fat in 8 weeks with this new trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could
Um,
tell.
and now, like, I'm always gonna keep getting better skill wise, but for promotional wise, bro, you gotta look the part too, and that's what we're working on right now. I've never been like a really fit heavyweight ever since the amateurs. Like, I won the USA Boxing Nationals 267 pounds, and but now we're really like toning into our body and getting this baby fat off, making sure we're strong and we're in shape.
What's your thoughts on Richard Torres? I feel like he's your height. Top Rank might call you one day. I mean, they might not, because if they're good at what they do, which is allegedly they're the quote unquote best at matchmaking, they will not put him in there with you because you're
Bro,
very
you know,
talented.
styles make fights.
Exactly, and he
And
rushes in, so your slickness, you can be moving out the way and clip him with something on the way in. But again, it still
Styles
would
make
make a
fights.
great fight.
Styles make fights, and Richard don't want that. I probably not even right now.
So you guys never met in the amateurs or sparring or nothing. You're
Nah,
just
he went.
solely going off what you've seen. You know for a fact you could beat him.
I definitely believe that I could beat him.
Mm, nice.
100%. There's brothers still feeding Buddy bums, and he's not 18 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Yo, this is what I'm saying. You can say the right things. It's true. He's not 18. You're 18. You're supposed to be getting the lesser opposition.
I don't.
He the one went
Yeah,
to the fucking Olympics. You're absolutely right.
I don't think they believe in Richard. To be honest with you,
Mm.
I think they're just trying to use his little fucking mustache on his face and like his personality, his TikTok personality for clout right now. But they gonna cash out on Richard soon. Richard not messing with any top heavyweight.
Mm.
Jared Anderson will put him through the dirt. That's for sure.
Wow. Tell us
But
how
no,
you
bro,
really
look,
feel, champ. Tell us how you really feel.
bro, I'm just being, bro. Everybody always comments it, oh, we want to see Lorenzo versus Richard Torres, but like, listen, I wish the best for him. I hope he never loses until I fight him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. I
It's
love
gonna
it.
look way better on my record.
Shout out to you, champ. I'm excited. I'm totally locked in. I can't wait for the next one, and we're gonna continue to follow your career, keep you on the show, and keep our audience up to date with everything that is Lorenzo, the Giant Killer Medina. Yo, let them know where they can find you.
At Lorenzo Medina ___ on Instagram.
Appreciate you, champ, man. Congrats.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lorenzo Medina. That was a great interview. I told y'all he got it. He got it. You see that? You see how he talking? He's saying the right things. He got it. He got it. Top rank, PBC, Matchroom. Wake the fuck up. For real. It ain't take me that long. I'm telling you, I seen that first fight. Let me go to it. It must have been the Milton Nunez fight in the White Sands. That's Pro Box. He had 2 Pro Box, but I don't remember this Cleveland Bingsley the third. I do not remember that. So it had to be the Milton Nunez, the Napales, and obviously this last one with Antonio Torres, who was a big motherfucker, okay? Y'all should really go back and watch these fights. This dude, Antonio Torres, Puerto Rican, was huge. Huge dude. Just walking straight forward. Shout out to Lorenzo. I'm locked in. He said they don't want it with Richard Toy. Said they trying to use his mustache. I love it. Brandon, what up? That was funny. Brandon, what up? We got a couple super chats while we wait for him to connect. We last stopped off at Rocky Rodriguez. RNS 1. Frank will be lucky to win a round. RNS 1 back with another $2. Al makes fight if fighter wants it. Doubt EJ does. RRT Boxing with Mr. A, $5 super chat. He says, kind of hard to believe Al will give Frank away and not to Tank. Keep all the money in-house. I will believe it when the bell rings. Hashtag Hardin. Face hot in the smoker Hardin. But he's not giving Frank away. He's sending Frank to get a title. It's Frank's job to get it. Arnes won $2 super chat. Frank, another PBC hype job. I'm going to take y'all's money. Joshua Plummer, $20. Yo, Ness, that shirt absolutely fire, bro. This one, shout out to my man Cashman P. He hooked me up with a couple of these. I think when I was in Atlanta. We got RNS1 right back at us. He says, don't y'all PBC fanboys learn? Boxing glove emoji, sleeping emoji, exclamation double, exclamation point emoji. We got Goated Reloaded, $2. Can you ask Lorenzo how many amateur fights he had? He said 50. We got Keep It Moving, $2. Tell him to run in Air Max. The fuck? Diamonds fire. Diamond emoji fire. Hashtag TBB. Yeah, not every heavyweights run. I don't like running, but I feel like, yo, you got to do something. You need stamina. You need stamina in that ring, especially when the going gets tough. That's what separates the weak from the fucking strong is the stamina. We got H. What the fuck? He says $2. Keep it moving. He says, huh? Torres beat Jarrett in the amateurs. Let's go, Ness. What that mean? Keep it moving right back at us with another $2. He says, now you got to get Richard on here to talk some ish, too. Laughing out loud with tears and alert emoji. We got Jay in Dykeman. All right, then. Jay in Dykeman. All right, JB, Alabama. What up? What up?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Perfect.
So how the fuck is Super Chat gonna say, man, Frank's a hype job, man? Like, yo, when he fought Perez, that was a good fight at the time. When he fought Duno, that's a good time. Marina, that's a good fight, man. Rivera, that's a good fight. He put in the work, man, to be goddamn considered a hype job, man. And you know, Earl's his fucking promoter, man. So Earl want to go ahead and get that get back. You know, he's gonna send him over there for Shakur, I guess, man. Which I like Frank. I don't think that's a good idea, but it is what it is, man. Other than that, man, yeah, man. Everybody that's listening to the show, man, and watching, man, y'all need to tune into that kid Medina, man. I mean, yo, he got charisma. He's always posting on social media. I mean, I think that boy's gonna be a star. Only thing I'm not sure about, man, like you said, the Torres, like he's gonna be a shorter heavyweight with how big these guys are.
Yeah.
I would like if he can goddamn gonna be maybe if he can goddamn thin out when he get older and be maybe a cruiserweight. Because if he can do that with his,
but he said he the giant killer. So, listen, there was Mike Tyson was a short, successful heavyweight. There's short and successful heavyweights. And again, you got to watch his style. Like Mike had that lateral movement. Mike had that lateral movement, so that helped him survive. This kid got a lot of body
He got
movement.
swag in the ring.
Yeah, he do.
He got swag in the ring.
Yeah, he do.
He got
Top
swag.
Rank, man, I swear they need him on ESPN. The world got to see him on the big stage, not an app, man. That's crazy.
Easily.
I ain't seen no shit
Easily.
like
And
that since James Toney.
man, look, I'll say this, man. With how he carry himself and everything, man, these promoters will be not doing their fucking job if they don't sign him by next year, man, to a bigger promotion. And Torres, man, that's almost an insult, man. He'll beat the shit out of Torres, man. I'll take anybody money on that. They're sucker to make that bet. But all in all, Ness, man, this show topic right here, I hope is real because at least it'll give us some more shit to talk about this year. But man, Shakur is that dude at 135, man. As much as I like Frank, I think that's just one test that's just too hard to pass, man. And I'm gonna keep the line moving. I'm out, Ness.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. I'm shocked MVP. That would be another good look if he could get on them on that Jake MVP Promotions promoter. You know, be promoted by Jake. Now he's doing big fights every time Jake fight. He getting that recognition. That's another good look. But I hope something big. I mean, obviously for me, I feel like Top Rank is the best place for him. He's got fights with Richard Torres. Then you got the dude that beat Torres. Jalalov is there. You got Jared there. And you got all the other heavyweights that they have. Plus Tyson Fury is still there. So, you know, it just makes sense. Um, but if you're on a landline, now is your time to press the one button at least one time. That's going to indicate to me that you're ready to rock and roll. And if you're on Discord, now is your time to go ahead and request to speak. I got Big Gucci Nick on the check-in. What is up?
What is up? What is up, man? It's TBV. Everybody smash that like, man, and subscribe. It's a fire topic, man. I feel like this fight's gonna happen. Like, I feel like Frank don't duck nobody, man. He done called out everybody, man. He called out everybody. And you know, Shakur been looking for a fight. Ain't nobody want to fight him, man. So I think this fight, they both need opponents, man. So I think this fight happens. Um, I think Shakur wins this fight, man, but I'm rooting for Frank Martin. I want Frank to win. Cause like you said, man, upsets are good for boxing, man. And Frank's sharp too, man. Y'all sleeping on Frank. Y'all can't make one bad performance define a man's career. Cause look, man, Teofimo Lopez had a bad performance against Sandor, man. We was all questioning him. Look what happened to Josh Taylor. Dominated that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Lomachenko. He had a bad performance and then came back and he showed out against Devin Haney. So, I mean, you can't go off of his last performance because you know what he's capable of in that Michelle Rivera fight, man. I want to see the sharpest Frank Martin, man. Hopefully this fight happens. This going to be a high-level fight. Y'all talking about I heard some callers talking about, oh, what the fuck's wrong with his coach? His coach want all his fighters to take L, man. What the fuck you talking about? We watching a top 135 versus another top 135, man. And this shit's gonna be crazy if this fight happens. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fireworks, man. Both of them gonna be put to the test. It wasn't too long ago we was putting Frank Martin up against Tank. Let's not forget that, man. Right after that Michelle Rivera fight, you feel me? But yeah, man, that's my call. And then yo, keep up the good work, man. I love these later shows, man.
All right.
Grinding.
Appreciate you. I mean, look, people got to understand too. If it ain't Martin, then it becomes an option for Tank. You know what I mean? People talking about, oh, Tank ain't never fought a black fighter. Well, Colbert no longer an option. Him and Rayo both announced they fighting each other. So that option is off the table. Plus, people ain't really like that option. Only I did because I'm a Colbert fan. The rest of y'all were mad that Colbert could have possibly got the Tank fight because you don't feel he got the power to beat Tank. So that's a slick back fighter took off the table. We got Bones 13, $2 super chat. I just to thank Al Heyman for fights this year. I guess he said I just want to thank Al Heyman for fights this year. We got Matt Bet, $102. Daily dose of Tanquil. I hope Frank and Shakur fight happens. Good. Yeah, I do too, for sure. For sure. All right, looks like we got no more callers. This is your last call for alcohol. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. You already know we'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and that is 8 a.m. Central. Same bat time, same bat channel every day, twice a day. You already know. Peace.